Bringing up Bates, Warden officially courting, get details. In the ever-evolving journey of the Bates family, another significant chapter has begun as Warden Bates officially steps into the courting phase of his life. Fans of Bringing Up Bates have followed the family's lives for years, witnessing births, weddings, and now, the early beginnings of what may one day become another Bates marriage. Warden, one of the middle sons in the large family of 19 siblings, has officially confirmed that he is in a courtship. The news has drawn a wave of curiosity and excitement from viewers who are eager to know more about the relationship, the young woman he's courting, and what the future may hold. The confirmation of Warden's courtship did not come as a major surprise to some fans. Observers on social media had been speculating for some time due to subtle interactions and the increasing frequency of Warden's appearances with a particular young woman. What began as occasional photos and group activities turned into something more defined. Now that it's been made official, fans are turning their attention to the details: who she is, how they met, and how this development fits into the traditional Bates family model of courtship. Warden Justice Bates, born in 2003, has long been considered one of the more laid-back and low-key members of the Bates clan. Unlike some of his older siblings who were often at the center of show episodes or online attention, Warden has kept a relatively private profile. That said, he has always maintained a strong following due to his charm, good nature, and the public's ongoing interest in the family's next big announcement. Now that Warden is officially courting, his role in the spotlight is expected to grow, at least for the time being. The Bates family typically adheres to a structured courtship model. This model emphasizes a purpose-driven relationship, where dating is not casual but oriented toward marriage. Parents are usually involved early on, and courtship boundaries are typically discussed and respected by both parties. For Warden, this marks a milestone as he transitions from the role of son and sibling to someone preparing for a future that includes partnership and possibly starting his own family. His courtship is not just a personal step forward, but also a continuation of the family's traditional values. The identity of Warden's girlfriend has now been revealed. Her name is Cambry, and she has already made a warm impression among Bates followers. While she hasn't been featured extensively in the family's past content, those who know her describe her as grounded, respectful, and someone who shares the family's faith-based lifestyle. Her background appears to align with the principles upheld by the Bates family, making her a welcomed addition to the ever-growing circle of significant others that have joined the family over the years. Fans are eager to learn how the young couple met. Based on what's been shared, Warden and Cambry were introduced through mutual friends, a common starting point for many Bates relationships. Their initial acquaintance gradually developed into a friendship, and over time, they both expressed an interest in pursuing something deeper. After a period of getting to know each other in a group context, the decision to officially begin courting was made, with the blessings of both families. The process reflects the thoughtful and intentional approach the Bates family typically supports when it comes to romantic relationships. One of the more intriguing aspects of this courtship is how it may play out publicly, with Bringing Up Bates no longer airing new episodes following its cancellation. Fans primarily follow the family's updates through social media, YouTube, and occasional interviews. This shift means that much of Warden and Cambry's relationship may unfold online, with the couple choosing what moments to share. So far, the posts have been light and respectful, offering glimpses without overwhelming personal detail, which many fans have found refreshing. Warden and Cambry's courtship has already sparked a range of responses among longtime fans of the show. Many are congratulatory, offering well wishes and prayers for the couple's future. Others are curious about whether the courtship might move quickly toward engagement, a common timeline for the Bates siblings once a courtship begins. For instance, several of Warden's older brothers and sisters went from courtship to engagement within months. Whether Warden and Cambry follow the same pace remains to be seen. Another detail that followers are watching is how involved Gil and Kelly Jo Bates, the family patriarch and matriarch, will be in this courtship. Historically, they've played significant roles in guiding their children through early relationships, offering advice, and helping with long-term decision-making. While Warden is now an adult and capable of independent choices, the family's close-knit nature suggests that their support will remain an important aspect of the journey. The couple has also sparked conversations about their shared beliefs and lifestyle expectations. Like most Bates couples, Warden and Cambry appear to share a commitment to faith, family, and modest living. These shared values can form a strong foundation for their future, something fans have come to recognize as a hallmark of the Bates matchmaking success. It's also likely that they'll engage in service work, church involvement, or mission trips together, experiences that many of Warden's siblings have used to strengthen their relationships during the courtship phase. Social media will likely continue to be the platform where fans can catch updates about the couple. Already, there have been family-approved photos and short videos that highlight Warden and Cambry spending time together, sometimes with family, sometimes with friends. The tone of their posts remains wholesome and understated, consistent with the Bates family brand. As with all Bates relationships, wedding speculation has already begun. Though no engagement has been announced yet, some fans are already predicting a proposal could be on the horizon before the year ends. Of course, it's entirely possible that Warden and Cambry will take their time. Not all Bates siblings have rushed into engagement. Some, like Nathan and Lawson, took longer paths before settling down, showing that while there is a pattern, there's also room for individual pacing. In terms of career and lifestyle planning, Warden is at a point in his life where the future could take multiple directions. While not all of the Bates siblings have chosen the same path, many have moved into trades, real estate, or entrepreneurship. Warden has previously shown interest in construction and physical work, but whether he pursues a business of his own or supports family endeavors remains unknown. What's clear is that his courtship will likely influence his next steps, as future planning becomes increasingly tied to relationship goals. The Bates family, known for its strong sense of community, will likely rally around the young couple with love and encouragement. With so many siblings who have been through the same experience, Warden and Cambry will have no shortage of advice or support. It's this built-in mentorship network that many fans say makes the Bates family unique. Each new relationship is nurtured not only by parents, but also by siblings, in-laws, and even nieces and nephews. There's also the question of how this new courtship fits into the broader story of the Bates family, especially as fans continue to follow the lives of each adult child. Warden's step into courtship signals a new chapter for the second wave of Bates kids, those who grew up under the lens of the show but are now forging their own paths outside of it. As more of the younger siblings reach adulthood, this trend of quiet but intentional courtships may continue. While public attention can be a double-edged sword, especially for relationships in the spotlight, Warden and Cambry appear to be managing things with grace. So far, they've managed to stay true to their values while sharing just enough to keep their supporters engaged. Whether this leads to wedding bells remains uncertain, but what is certain is that the couple has begun this chapter with respect and consideration, which are strong indicators of potential success. In the meantime, fans will continue to watch, comment, and cheer the couple on as they take steps forward. The Bates family's legacy of intentional relationships and community support sets a strong precedent, and Warden's courtship with Cambry is now part of that evolving story. Whether viewers have been following the family for a decade or just discovered them through recent updates, one thing is clear: Warden Bates is no longer just one of the middle brothers. He's now a young man walking his own path, and the journey ahead is one that many will be watching with interest and goodwill. Wait, did Warden Bates get a tattoo? See photo. Warden Bates, one of the sons in the well-known Bates family from the reality show Bringing Up Bates, has recently caught attention for something unexpected. Known for his clean-cut and modest appearance, fans were left surprised, and even a little confused, when a recent photo surfaced that appeared to show Warden with a tattoo. The image sparked conversations online among fans who follow the Bates family closely and are familiar with their values. So what exactly happened? Did Warden Bates actually get a tattoo? Or is there more to the story? To understand why the idea of Warden having a tattoo has sparked so much attention, it's important to consider the values and background of the Bates family. Dill and Kelly Jo Bates, the parents of 19 children, raised their kids in a deeply religious, conservative Christian household. The family's lifestyle has been documented over several seasons of Bringing Up Bates, a series that showcased their daily routines, courtships, weddings, and growing family tree. Within this framework, the Bates family has often emphasized traditional values, modesty, and a particular focus on honoring biblical principles. Tattoos, in many conservative Christian circles, are often viewed as controversial or inappropriate. Though individual family members have developed their own paths as they've gotten older, many fans still associate them with the original values portrayed in earlier seasons of the show. So, the idea of one of the younger Bates sons appearing to have a tattoo naturally stirred conversation. It represents a shift, or at least a potential deviation, from what fans have come to expect from the family. The discussion began when a new photo of Warden Bates began circulating on social media, shared either by a fan, family member, or through a tagged post. The image shows Warden with what appears to be ink on his arm. The supposed tattoo is not prominently displayed, but it's visible enough to be noticed. In the picture, Warden seems relaxed and casual, not trying to conceal anything. This caught the attention of followers, some of whom began asking questions almost immediately. It's worth noting that the quality of the photo and the angle left room for speculation. Some fans questioned whether the tattoo was real at all. Others wondered if it might be a temporary tattoo, a filter, or even a drawing that simply looked like a tattoo in the image. Regardless of its authenticity, the photo sparked enough curiosity that it became a trending topic among the Bringing Up Bates fan base. As expected, the reactions to the photo were mixed. Longtime followers of the Bates family were quick to comment. Some expressed surprise and concern, feeling that a tattoo did not align with the values the family had always represented. Others took a more neutral or supportive stance, suggesting that Warden is an adult and capable of making his own choices. One recurring theme in the discussion was how the younger generation of the Bates family has slowly started to explore more personal freedom and individuality. Some fans pointed out that tattoos are no longer as taboo as they once were, and many Christians, especially younger ones, don't view them as inherently problematic. This generational divide may explain the different reactions among various segments of the audience. There were also some who speculated whether the tattoo had any specific meaning. Was it a tribute to a family member, a Bible verse, or something more symbolic? At the time of writing, Warden has not publicly confirmed whether the tattoo is real or what its meaning might be. Interestingly, there has been no official comment from Warden or other members of the Bates family regarding the photo. This silence has only fueled more curiosity. In the past, some members of the family have directly addressed fan questions or rumors on social media, either to clarify or simply provide context. In this case, the lack of a statement has left room for speculation to continue. Some interpret the silence as intentional, suggesting that Warden may not feel the need to justify his choices. Others see it as a calculated decision to avoid controversy. Whatever the reason, the absence of a clear answer has made the mystery even more intriguing to fans who follow the family closely. As the Bates children grow older, many have begun to carve out their own identities and make decisions that reflect their personal beliefs rather than just their upbringing. This has included changes in fashion, career paths, parenting styles, and even relationships. Several Bates kids have moved away from the more conservative structure of their childhood, embracing a broader spectrum of lifestyles and beliefs. For example, some of the Bates daughters now wear pants or more modern styles, which marks a visible shift from the long skirts and traditional modest clothing seen in earlier episodes. Similarly, some of the sons have explored careers and hobbies outside the family's original mold. Warden himself has shown interest in construction and has taken a hands-on role in building projects, similar to his older brothers. If the tattoo is real, it could simply be another example of a Bates sibling making a personal choice that reflects their individuality. It may not be a dramatic break from the past, but rather a small part of his broader personal journey. Part of the reason this topic gained so much attention is due to the changing perspective on tattoos within the Christian community. While many conservative circles still frown upon them, there's a growing number of Christians who view tattoos as a form of expression that can even be used to honor God. Tattoos with Bible verses, crosses, or religious symbols are fairly common among younger believers. For some, tattoos serve as reminders of their faith or milestones in their spiritual journey. Others simply see it as art or personal expression. The key distinction is often about the intent and meaning behind the tattoo rather than the act itself. If Warden's tattoo does indeed exist, it's possible it holds a special meaning to him, spiritual or otherwise. Without a statement from him, fans can only speculate. One of the recurring challenges for public figures, especially those from reality TV families, is managing the balance between public interest and personal privacy. Even as the show Bringing Up Bates has concluded, the Bates family remains under the public microscope due to their large social media following and long-term presence in the public eye. As such, even a simple image can become the subject of widespread discussion. Warden's potential tattoo is just the latest example of how closely fans watch for updates and changes within the family. For Warden, this moment may serve as a reminder of the double-edged nature of fame, where every personal decision, no matter how small, invites public scrutiny. Whether or not Warden Bates has a real tattoo may not be the most important question in the long run. What's more significant is what the situation reveals about how the Bates children are navigating adulthood. They are, in many ways, transitioning from a tightly knit, values-focused upbringing to a world where they must define their own beliefs and decisions. The possible tattoo is just a symbol, one that could represent growth, personal freedom, or a shift in perspective. It may also represent nothing more than a stylistic choice, with no deeper meaning at all. But to fans of the Bates family, who have followed their journey for years, such moments feel like milestones. They are markers of change, both for individuals and for the broader story of a family once defined by rigid structure and collective identity. As the Bates siblings continue to grow up, marry, raise children, and build their own lives, more surprises are likely to come, and fans, whether supportive, skeptical, or simply curious, will be there watching, wondering, and reacting. At this time, there is no official confirmation that Warden Bates has a tattoo. The photo that sparked this conversation is real, but whether the ink is permanent or temporary remains uncertain. The family's silence on the matter leaves questions unanswered, but the event has still prompted a wide range of reactions. What this situation underscores is the ongoing evolution of the Bates children as individuals. They are no longer just characters in a TV show. They are real people growing up in front of an audience, making choices that reflect who they are today, not just who they were raised to be. So did Warden Bates get a tattoo? Time may reveal the truth, but even if it doesn't, the conversation it sparked offers insight into how fans, families, and faith intersect in the ever-changing lives of reality TV's most watched families.